Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I decided to make this tutorial because I thought about it for a while. This tutorial is going to really help you guys, especially if you're trying to learn the planche and if you're serious about, making progress in your calisthenics journey. This video is going to cover the planche lean, and in my opinion, I think it is the best exercise for learning the full planche. Everyone should be doing this exercise, no matter if you're just starting calisthenics, if you're beginner, intermediate, if you're elite, a pro. Even the strongest athletes in the world are still doing this exercise, and it looks very simple. But I see a lot of people making a lot of mistakes and doing the planche leans wrong, and that's what this video is for. Yeah, I'm here to tell you guys the truth, how to train it properly, take in the correct information about the planche leans. I'm gonna first go for a little demo, and then I'll show you guys how to do it properly, like how to activate the correct muscles, how many sets you should be doing, how long you should be holding them. And one important thing to keep in mind, guys, is that the planche lean is not just a hold. Now hear me out. It is a hold, but while you're doing it, you're not just leaning forward and holding it and you're just chilling there. The planche lean should be as intense as the full planche. So if you treat it like that way, then you will see a lot of progress in your planche. This skill is not a passive movement. It is an active movement. You're not supposed to be just holding it and just chilling there and then just counting to 10 seconds. So what you should be doing while you're in the planche lean is pushing. It is a push skill, not just a hold skill. You're not just leaning forward and just, holding it for time. So the whole time you have to be pushing this way. You have to be pushing away with straight arms. If you go for a planche lean right now, you'll feel the difference if you just lean forward and hold it without any activation of your muscles, and compared to when you just lean forward and then you're actively pushing away. So let me just try to go for it. It'll look normal, but trust me, you have to go by feel of this. So over here, and then going your tip of your toes, lean forward, and while you're here, you have to be pushing away. Like right now, I'm just pushing away from the bar. So push this way in front of you, forward. You need to warm up your wrists properly before doing these. I know it's a low intense skill, but you should still warm up your wrists properly just in case you don't get injured and everything. Your wrist warm-ups should be no longer than 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes should be good. If you're doing it way longer than that, then that's completely unnecessary. And the grip in your planche lean, this is very important. You should have a neutral grip. Your grip should not be like this or like this. Your wrist should be sitting directly on top of your parallettes or dumbbells, whatever you're using. So like that. And not only you should use this grip for planche lean, you should use it for any planche skill you're training, and even handstands. When you're doing handstand push-ups or the normal handstand, you should use a neutral grip because that's the best way to go. Alright, now it's for the grip. And one more thing is that a lot of people don't know about this, is that you should engage your lats while you're in the planche lean. So let's say you lean forward and then you depress your shoulders and then you engage your lats. See right here, like you should do this even in like a straddle or full planche, is because you have way more, it feels better for your shoulders, like the mobility of them. If you're trying to learn the correct activation in your lats in your planche, you can just practice them in a planche lean. Alright, so to get into the proper, going into the planche lean, I will tell you guys how to do it properly. Make sure you have a good grip, a good neutral grip, alright? don't squeeze the bar too much because you want to flex your wrists and make sure your wrists have very good mobility. And make sure your see right here, my hands, make sure your fingers are completely wrapped around the parallel, and don't continue to lean forward, because then you're gonna be in what's called a dead planche, and you don't want that. You want to maintain a good line when you're doing a planche lean. Start in like a push-up position, right, with straight legs. Engage your core and maintain a posterior pelvic tilt, not like this, like that. All right, don't start too far forward because then it's gonna be hard to transition, and not too back. Oh shoot, this thing is blocking. But don't go too back. I would say like right here, when our normal push-up position, and then walk just a little bit up like this. All right, and then push up with your scapula, not like this, but like this, and then lean forward, and then actively push away, and then don't look like this, or should we start? Just look slightly forward, and like that, and actively push. Like I said earlier in the video, just actively push that way. Oh, and one thing is, while you're leaning, right, like I said before, activate the lats and depress your shoulder. So don't go shoved in like this, like that. While you're in the planche lean, right, try to maintain as much height as possible. So like that means, I think, depressing your scapula, it's called. So when you're planche lean, your shoulders and your scapula is not like this. It's like that. So you want to be actively pushing away. Sorry, I said it 1,000 times, but it is very important to keep in mind. So yeah, actively push away. And you want to keep full body tension the entire time. So that means keeping straight arms, actively pushing away, squeezing your glutes, your lats, even your legs. Oh, and your toes and your heels should be pointed like that. So point your toes out. Don't do this, like don't keep your heels like this, not like this, because then if you try to go for a press, it's gonna look very bad. It's gonna feel uncomfortable. Like point it out. It even helps the lean too, because you just push with your tippy toes, and then it'll help you lean forward. All right, I think that is it. I don't know if I said this earlier in the video, but I'll say it again. Train planche leans every single day, no matter if you're a beginner calisthenics, intermediate, pro, and elite level. Because it is really great for conditioning your straight arm strength, your front delts, and it's completely fine training them every day. Also because it is a low intense skill. It is not super tiring unless you're doing 100 sets a day, which you should not be doing. You can do them as like a warm-up. I don't do planche leans as a warm-up. I just do some shoulder stretches. I'll hold a handstand before going into my planche training. You can also do it after your workouts. You can do three sets of them for 10 to 15 seconds as like a cool down, and just to, finish off your planche workout for the day. But make sure your planche lean sets are pretty, like you can feel the intensity. Like they should not just be super easy. And doing your planche leans on either parallels or floor. Me personally, I always train them on parallels. You can do both. You can train them on the floor and on parallels, but you should be more specific if you're training your straddle planche, just whatever planche skill you're trying to go for on parallels. If it's on parallels, then do all your planche training on parallels. You can do 50-50, 50% training on floor, 50% training on parallels. I feel like that's good to like avoid like injuries, because if you're good at both, then it's gonna be It's gonna be good for you too, because it's gonna reduce the risk of injury in your planche. If there's anything I missed, if you guys have any questions, you can let me know in the comments. I'll definitely make more tutorials like this in the future. Hopefully you guys learned a lot from this video. Keep in mind of the tips I just gave you, because it's really gonna boost your planche progress. Don't sleep on the planche lean-to. It is probably the best planche exercise to learn the full planche. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.